All right. Hi.
I'm here with Felipe Pereira. He's an MBA too, and he interned at Microsoft this summer. He's going to talk about integrating into the office. So, what kind of thoughts can you share with us about your experience at Microsoft?
Sure. So as Tony just mentioned, I interned at Microsoft. Had a great summer. And as you may know, Microsoft is everywhere and all over the world. So Microsoft is not really a US company. It's more an international company that not only has office all over the world, but also have international people in the main campus in Redmond, Seattle. So adapting to that was more transitioning from a Brazilian office environment to an international environment that is just based and located in the US. Uh, was really good. Uh, this year we had the World Cup. I think the World Cup is a great event to highlight how international Microsoft is. We know that the Soccer World Cup is not very famous in the US. It's not a major event yet, but all over the world is. So Microsoft took care of their employees on that. So they provided a lot of TVs and spots, and they made sure we had regional foods. So we had a day with Brazilian food, a day with yeah. Was according to the games. So
By the way, I'm glad that the U.S. actually had a respectable showing this year.
yes, yes, yes. So we had the games in HD and the big screens was very good, very good. Microsoft also encourages you to make sure you connect with your fellows from your country. So in my case, I joined a group of Brazilians that were living there, and that was crucial for me to actually be able to watch the game together. So we were more than 100 Brazilians that we got together in a cafeteria to watch the games. Unfortunately, we didn't go too far on the World Cup, but we had a great time.
I know expectation for Brazil is always high. So,
Yeah.
but you guys have the next World Cup. You guys, I'm sure, will be the favorite for that one.
Hopefully.
So, so that's interesting about Microsoft being quite an international culture versus almost a U.S. company. Was there any part of the work that you found different than a Brazilian company?
So what I could notice that was at least from my previous experience to this one was the working hours and the lunch time. So first of all, at Microsoft, we used to start earlier than I used to do in Brazil. About 8 o'clock in the morning, people were already in the office working, um, very concentrated. Whereas in Brazil, we start a little bit later. On the other hand, we finish earlier.
I don't know if you had, your colleagues has kids, but we have to pick up kids from the daycare, and
That's true.
we have to start doing the stuff with kids by 6 and things like that, and put them to bed by 7. And so if we
That's true.
came up too late, then we'll never see the kids.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I saw a lot of people that had kids and they were, taking their kids to school and then going to the office. So it worked just fine. During lunchtime, at least in Brazil, lunch is a very important break that we have during the day, and we spend, I would say, at least 1 hour having lunch, getting together and really resting, having a break from work. You can also have lunch meetings as well, but more often you do as a break. And here at Microsoft, at least most people just grab their food and take to their office just to get things done fast and leave early. That was my impression, my overall impression. I thought was a great learning because you don't waste time with lunch.
We can't waste time with lunch. We have to eat it.
And I had a Venezuelan.
So we can leave by 5.
I had a Venezuelan office mate that she always had this same issue. She wanted to stop to have lunch, so we got together, and I end up unfortunately not eating very often with Americans. Other interns, yes, but other people from work, not necessarily.
So Microsoft's a high-tech company. Is there anything about the high-tech work culture that you've noticed versus maybe more traditional company?
I used to work in a telecom company, which could be classified as a high tech, But moving to Microsoft, it stood out that the employees are very connected in general. So Microsoft makes sure that you don't have any trouble to get connected to work. That goes from your commute. So Microsoft provide buses all over the city that they call the connector, and those buses have Wi-Fi access.
Wi-Fi buses.
Yeah, so they make sure you're working on your way to work. Traffic
Wow.
in Seattle is very bad as well, so again, it helps. Microsoft campus is huge. I would say it's probably very similar to the size of Ann Arbor. It's huge, more than 100 buildings, and they have Wi-Fi coverage everywhere. So it doesn't matter where you are, you can be you are connected, you can use your laptop and be working. You don't really need to stay in your office to work.
One last question. So tell me about the sort of the dress code and what do you expect to show up to work in?
So we heard, I think Microsoft is famous by, Bill Gates being very laid back, not enough dress style and things like that. And it's really true. People don't care about what you're dressing. You just go the way you want. Of course, you have to have a mindset that if you're gonna have an important meeting, you don't dress, flip flops and stuff like that. But it's up to you. You still can dress like that. A lot of developers, people that are more nerdy in this way, they just dress the way they want, and it's completely fine. There's no big deal about it. They just care if you do your work. They make sure you're very satisfied overall. They get everything you need around the office for you to work.
Sounds like an interesting.
Yes, it was a great experience.
Good, I'm glad. Well, thanks a lot for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you.